The Royal Crematorium at the Sanam Luang Ceremonial Ground. Referred to as Pra-Merumas or the Golden Crematorium, this building was built as a temporary structure in the heart of the city for cremating the royal family like the Queen, the King, and the other high-ranking royals. The building of Merumas for royal cremations originated during the Ayutthaya period, when the Hindu beliefs and customs were absorbed by the Khmer Empire. In these customs, the king was believed to be semi-divine or godly. The Merumas symbolizes Mount Meru, the home of gods to which the king would return after death. The Royal Crematorium comprises of 3-leveled 9-spire-roofed pavilions, called as Busabok, rising from the base. There are stairs in 4 directions. The western part of the Royal Crematorium faces the Royal Merit-Making Pavilion, or the Pra Tinang Song Tham. The structure measures 50.49 meters from the base to the top. It is made of wood and the inner structure is made of steel. The Principal Pavilion. The Principal Pavilion is the centerpiece of the ceremony, with a pyre for the setting up of the royal urn that has to be cremated. Fire screen. Fire screens refers to the screens put up in the Royal Crematorium. These are folding screens connected with poles on all 4 sides. When in use, the screen is extended to shield funeral pyre. Screen for this particular crematorium for His Majesty King Bhumibol Adulyadej consists of paintings featuring God Vishnu and royally initiated projects. Monks' pavilions. Sang or Samsang comprises of 4 pavilions at 4 corners of the Royal Crematorium base. They are meant for monks who chant scriptures at the ceremony. Chanting starts from the time the royal remains are placed on the funeral pyre until His Majesty the King performs the royal cremation ceremony. Dismantling halls. The 4 dismantling halls are used to keep the outer royal urn, Prakot Thong Yai, and the sandalwood royal urn, Prakot Chan. This is also used for keeping various items that are used during the royal cremation ceremony. The related structures within the Sanam Luang ceremonial ground. The Royal Merit-Making Pavilion. The Royal Merit-Making Pavilion is a hall located to the west of the Royal Crematorium. It is the site where His Majesty the King takes his seat during the prayers and where he performs merit-making ceremonies. This is also a seat for the member of royal families, the Privy Council, the cabinet, and the military officials. Government Officials Pavilions. Government Officials Pavilions are 11 pavilions known as Sala Luk Kan. These are built for officials in attendance. Out of these 11 pavilions, 6 are located within the ceremonial ground, while 5 are outside the ceremonial site. Pavilions describing the boundary of crematorial site. The 8 pavilions, called Thap Kaset, are located at 4 corners, describing the boundary of the ceremonial site. They are built next to the ceremonial fence for the use of government officials attending the prayers at the ceremony. Pavilions for monks, royal doctors, and court officials. These pavilions, also called as thym, are built next to the enclosure. They are meant for monks, royal physicians, court officials, and musical assembles who play during the funeral ceremony. Enclosure. The ceremonial fence or rajavat marks the area around the Royal Crematorium on all the sides. It is decorated with chhatra-tired umbrellas and flags. Elevated Royal Pavilion. The elevated Royal Pavilion or playok is a pavilion where His Majesty the King and members of the royal family receive the royal urn from the royal chariot and take it into the ceremonial site. Thank you.